eagerly awaiting this year has finally hit the mark, and I'm pumped.
You're making a
Not
mistake.
just because I'm about to watch it, since I already have, but because I can't wait to dive into talking about it. Let's get started. Music. So, F1 Rewire stars Brad Pitt, directed by Joseph Kosinski, who's best known for helming Top Gun: Maverick. That's the standout credential here, because when I saw the trailer, the idea hooked me. Could he bring that same heart-pounding, in-the-cockpit intensity from fighter jets to race cars? Spoiler: he absolutely delivers. That's the core of my review. He nailed it. Brad Pitt plays Sonny Hayes, a seasoned race car driver from the glory days, now a bit past his prime. Javier Bardem runs a struggling racing team, the underdogs who rarely taste victory, and he brings Pitt on board, this old pro, to teach the crew some fresh moves and hopefully snag a win. It's a clever parallel to Top Gun: Maverick, where an aging hotshot pilot mentors the next generation, and Kosinski spins that classic setup into F1 Rewire with flair. Now, let's talk performances, though I'll save the racing for a moment, because sometimes you've got to tease the big reveal. The acting across the board is top-notch. Brad Pitt brings this new, grizzled cool guy vibe, different from his youthful charm of old. Have you noticed that deep, weathered voice? It feels like it kicked off with Inglorious Bastard Aldo Rain and has since become his signature. I want my scalp. Well, maybe not that extreme, but it's a constructive evolution. Kerry Condon and Javier Bardem are as reliable as ever, delivering solid support. But the real surprise: Damson Idris as the young racer, Joshua Pierce, let's call him JP. You'd expect the usual: Brad Pitt, the wise veteran, schooling the cocky newbie. It's not quite that simple. The film's intro does an amazing job setting up Pitt's character, rooting for him because he races for passion, not fame or fortune, or cheering for JP to finally get his break. What caught me off guard was how well it fleshes out JP's perspective. He's with a losing team, and with Pitt's arrival, his job feels threatened, totally relatable. It's not a clear hero versus villain tale. It's two protagonists learning to collaborate. Saying it out loud, it might sound like a dozen other movies, but that's where Kosinski's magic shines. He takes a familiar story, infuses it with fresh energy, and delivers a revitalized, blockbuster summer vibe. Additional topics and information/facts. Production insights. The production of F1 Rewire was a massive undertaking, filmed across real racetracks like Silverstone and Monaco, blending practical stunts with cutting-edge CGI. Kosinski collaborated with Formula One teams to ensure authenticity, spending months embedding cameras in cars. Over 30 unique angles were captured per race scene. This dedication mirrors his Top Gun: Maverick approach, where real fighter jet footage elevated the realism. The budget reportedly hit $250 million, reflecting the high stakes of delivering a visceral racing experience. Cast chemistry. Behind the scenes, Brad Pitt and Damson Idris bonded over their shared love of motorsports, with Pitt even taking Idris for a high-speed lap to prep for his role. Javier Bardem drew inspiration from his own underdog experiences in early acting days, adding depth to his character's desperation. Kerry Condon's chemistry with Pitt harks back to their Oppenheimer collaboration, bringing a subtle mentorship dynamic to the screen. Cultural impact. F1 Rewire taps into the global surge in Formula One popularity, boosted by Netflix's Drive to Survive, which saw a 200% viewership increase since 2019. The film's release aligns with the 2025 F1 season, featuring a cameo from Lewis Hamilton, adding a meta layer for fans. It's poised to reignite theater attendance, with early buzz suggesting it could gross over $500 million worldwide. Technical achievements. The sound design, crafted by a team including Dune's sound engineers, uses Dolby Atmos to immerse viewers in the roar of engines and screech of tires. The single CGI misstep you noted, likely a rushed post-production edit, stands out against the film's otherwise practical-heavy approach, with 85% of action filmed on location. Historical context. Racing films have a rich legacy, from Grand Prix, 1966, to Ford v Ferrari, 2019, But F1 Rewire innovates by blending modern tech with classic underdog tales. Kosinski's nod to Le Mans' 1971 realism, combined with today's drone cinematography, sets a new benchmark for the genre. So, how are the races? They're phenomenal, intense, visceral, and exactly what I hoped for. Multiple cockpit cameras give you every angle, pulling you right onto the track. Mission accomplished, mischief managed. Like Top Gun, Maverick, it proves there's no substitute for the real thing. There's one odd CGI hiccup, a walking scene, not even during a race, that felt jarringly green-screened. It stood out so much, I wondered if they could have cut it to claim a seamless, green-screen-free film. Maybe the camera angle or depth of field threw it off, or, here's my tinfoil hat theory, they did it on purpose to spark this very debate. Who knows? The movie clocks in at 2 hours 30 minutes, which is a funny thing. I often rant about films feeling too long, pleading for under 2-hour blockbusters. F1 Rewire had me glued the whole time, those races kept me on edge, and the character drama, unexpectedly, pulled me in. But once I was home, prepping this video, I felt that nagging thought, maybe it could have been tighter, trimming a redundant race or two. In the theater, though, you're all in, it doesn't hit until later. That doesn't detract from the fact it's an absolute blast. For the record, I think Hollywood should save theaters with better films to screen, and F1 Rewire fits that bill. It's rare these days, let's be honest, it's fewer and farther between, that I leave a theater thinking, this is why I love movies. This one's a solid example. It's a tale of tough love, mentorship, redemption, and teamwork, with a dash of sacrifice, packed with intense races, steady momentum, and character depth I didn't see coming. The racing-to-drama ratio is perfect. Races are the draw, putting you in the driver's seat with that rare intensity, backed by enough drama to give it weight. Yeah, F1 Rewire is spectacular. Applause. Racing fans, have you seen it? What did you think? It drops next weekend, so mark your calendars. Or, in the meantime, what's your favorite racing movie? Whatever it is, let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this, click here for more.